What if you have a mildly handicapped child, say one with Down syndrome with special needs?
The judge will
Do you get more child support or more care?
You possibly can, because that child will need more money to care for. So you can ask the court, once the child support is calculated, if you just did a raw calculation based on, let's say, daycare, insurance, and you use the incomes of mom and dad and the amount of time the child is spending with each parent, you can always, if you have an attorney or if you're representing yourself, you could always ask the judge or the master if they would be willing to deviate from the guidelines. So if the award came out $475 a month, but you know within your heart, and this is a good faith estimate on your part, not just you saying, give me some more money because I say I want some more money because I need some more money.
You have to have a good reason.
A good reason.
Yeah.
Based on what you've done in the past and what you know you will need money for, you say, you know, Your Honor, I'm asking that you deviate from the guidelines because the guidelines is saying $475. I know that I'm going to need $200 alone for daycare. I'm going to need $75 for tutoring. I'm going to need another $100 for transportation. I need more for clothing because he has to, you know, he or she needs special clothing, shoes, that type of stuff. Then the judge will consider all of those factors and say, you know what, I believe, you know, you've made a good faith argument, and based on the facts and evidence that you've presented, I do think it would be appropriate or inappropriate to deviate from the guidelines.
Well, can't a judge leave an open agreement? By that I mean, I have a niece who just turned 18, but she's got Downs, okay? And my sister and her husband are constantly at each other's throats because he doesn't want to put out any extra money. She doesn't work, she just takes care of Amanda. Can a judge have an agreement and leave it open? He'll be, you know, he's got to give you X amount of dollars now, but as the child grows and gets, you know, goes on further in her life, he'll have to pay maybe for, like you just said, extra clothing and maybe special needs things. But I just can't see it giving Amanda $500 a month because that's, you know, that doesn't make it work. So what I'm trying to say is, if a judge, you know, stipulates, hey, you're going to get $500 a month for that girl, that's it, even until she grows up, that's it. But leave a little corner open that if something comes up and Amanda would need something else, there would be a way for the judge to work it out where that money would be feasible to her.
Well,
do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Maryland, I'm sorry, but
they don't do that here.
Once the child is 18, they are emancipated.
She lives in Virginia.
Unless she's 18 and she's still in high school.
She is.
Okay, then she could probably still continue to get some support.
Okay.
But if she's 18, she's graduated from high school, technically the party who's contributing would not have to continue.
Really?
They could ask that, they could file a petition to terminate the child support due to emancipation.
Do they take away Social Security rights from her as well?
No.
They don't. She'll be able to keep them for how long? Forever?
As long as she's will still qualify.
Okay.
Right, but that's not a child support issue.
Okay, let's go back for a minute. What happens if a father or a mother, whichever one is paying the child support, breaks the law and goes to jail?
Then
the money stops.
The money stops unless they still have some source of income that it could still come through, you know, like a bank account that they're going to leave, and then the other party will be able to get the money from there, but it will stop, and then you really can't, you know, they're incarcerated.
How long do you get to go without paying child support before you go to jail around here in Maryland?
It depends. If the one party doesn't say anything, then you're fine. But if they, you know, haul you into court for contempt and the judge does find that you are willfully and intentionally not paying the child support, they can order that you repay. They can take your, if you're getting a tax refund, they can go after that.
Yes, I've noticed the income tax now, they're taking it for the children. That's wonderful. What
And
if
you
they're
you don't get away from child support even if you try to file bankruptcy.
No?
That's not, no.
Oh, you still get to do that.
You still have to pay your child support obligation. It cannot be discharged.
Well, that is good though, because there's so many people that I'm not mentioning names, you're not going to be sued, but there's so many who just don't want to do their JOB with a child. You know, like I said, once in a while I watch Maury Povich when I'm really desperate and want to see something, and I see these young girls, 14, 15, 16 with maybe 4, and then another girl has got 3 or 4 more with the same guy. So put together with 3 women, there's like 20 babies.
Right.
So how in the holy hell is he going to pay for all those children?
Most likely he cannot.
He cannot, and there's no way in hell he's going to have the money to do it with Rowena. He can't do that. What would you say? Wear a condom, right?
Wear a condom.
I would advocate that, you know, because if you're not going to take care of that little helpless baby, then you shouldn't be out there spreading your seed like you're planting grass. Still, you're planting
Correct,
babies.
because they're human.
They're human beings, and their lives consist of the way we treat them to, you know, what's going to happen later. And they're going to become a big killed murderers, robbers. You just don't understand. Oh, I have a question here. What if a child has been awarded child support,
Correct.
but he hasn't received it for 10 years? Can it go back into the court and he can get that back money, like even as much as $100,000? I think that's the way we're trying to figure this out.
Right. Is he 18 or is he under 18?
Well, you're the lawyer. Tell me either
tell
way.
me the facts.
Okay, well, thank you. Only the facts. Thank you, Rowena. Thank you. But the fact is, the child was awarded child support through the parent.
I'll tell you both ways.
Tell me both ways. All right.
Okay, if he is 18 or older, so if he's emancipated and you didn't ask for the child support prior to the emancipation, the answer is no.
Okay.
You cannot get it. If the child is still a minor, then you would be able to get child support from the date that you filed. So it doesn't matter, you know, if it took a month or 2 or 3 to serve the party, the child support would only be retroactive from the date that you filed. If it took several years, good for you. It would be retroactive again from the date you filed. But if the child, the important thing to remember is emancipation. If they're emancipated, you get nothing.
What is emancipation exactly?
If they are 18.
Oh, 18 of age.
18 years or older.
Okay.
Right? Now, the only little, there's a little corner here. If you filed before they were emancipated, but you weren't able to serve the party until after emancipation, a judge could still award you from the date you filed up to the date of the emancipation.
This has been very learned for me.
You would be able to get something.
Did you believe our time is up?
No.
30 minutes have zoomed away again. But I've so enjoyed doing this with you. I'm so glad you come. Like I said, we're going to have to do more things.
Absolutely.
We're not here. I'm not here today to mad bash men. I'm not bashing women. But I'm worried about the children. There are so many of them out there who are not getting what they're just due. So hope you watch the show. And if you have any complaints or anything you want to say, just email me. Until next time.